You're listening to Soul Talks, a monthly reflection with Psanctuary Sacred Mushroom Church. I'm Courtney Rose, co-founder and executive director, here to share with you behind-the-scenes updates and soulful reflections to inspire your journey with the mushroom and remind you we are walking this sacred path together. Hello and welcome to our August Soul Talk. I am grateful to be right here, right now, with you, listening as I share what I hope to be an inspiring and empowering message for you to help you remember who you are, who you truly are, and what your soul is here to do, and how that might fit into our beautiful and blossoming community at Psanctuary. I just returned home from our minister's ceremony weekend celebrating the life of Mazatec curandera María Sabina, who has helped pave the way for us here in modern times to remember who we are with the help of sacred mushrooms and each other. María Sabina lived a hard life. She lived in poverty, prioritizing being of service to her family, her community, and outside communities, which ultimately led to her having a tragic death. As we look at her recorded and channeled messages from God, we see that she found ways to find devotion and celebration in life. I love what she said here when she said, jump, dance, sing, so that you can live happier. And that reminds me that the mushroom can help us find healing and joy in life again. One of my biggest takeaways from this past ceremony weekend with my community is that the times that we need each other the most are the times in which we least expect it. And it reminds me to remember to lean into finding the ways in which we are supported. Choosing faith over fear. That's something I saw over this past weekend. Our community came together to lift each other up in a really big way. And none of us expected it to happen like it did. I'm seeing so many ways we as a collective community, not just at Psanctuary, but nationally and globally, have this wonderful opportunity to choose faith over fear and to choose community over going at it alone. Another channeled message that María Sabina shared with us is this: I am wise, even from within the womb of my mother. I am the woman of the winds, of the water, of the paths, because I am known in heaven. This is another wonderful reminder to me that this whole mushroom resurgence we've been experiencing culturally is not a trend. The mushroom is not a trend. The mushroom has had a ancient and steady presence over an amount of time that we cannot fathom with our human minds. And it continues to show up and be an exemplification of service. Giving and giving. That's been my experience in the mushroom space. And so the mushroom isn't a trend. It's a teacher. It's a friend. And it's reminded me in a big way that I don't need to do this alone. You don't need to do this alone. In fact, it's way more enjoyable when we get to have these rememberings of who we are together. It's richer. It works better. We learn so much more to be witnessed and to be a witness to others and our own unfolding and remembering. I want this to be the message of August. We as a collective community are in that same process of expansion and contraction. And right now with Psanctuary, we're entering another time of expansion and remembering how valuable it is to have each other and how much value each of us offers here in our community. We are doing something extraordinary as a community here at Psanctuary. We're normalizing the sacred practice of communing with the mushroom, with each other. Yes, this is each of our birthrights. We have the God-given right to talk with God, really at any time of day, mushroom or not. And we've been given this sacred technology by our Creator to help assist us at times when we could use it the most. It is each of our divine birthrights to commune with the sacred mushroom. Part of a church, no matter what church that is or not, it's our birthright. And we're living in a time where we are still remembering this. At Psanctuary, we have this amazing opportunity to help our broader community see that it's a safe experience to have within an intentional community that continues to come together. It's not only safe, it's important for us to be able to have these experiences, to commune with God, to commune with our higher selves, to remember what it means for each of us to be of service on this earth. We have a lot of work to do, and it's joyful work to do. Are there challenges along the way for each of us individually and as a collective community? Absolutely. And for me, and I know for many of us at Psanctuary, those challenges are worth every moment because we get to share this joy of living and helping those that are closest with us, our spouses, our family members, our loved ones, our best of friends, step back into that joyful living of purpose and service again with the help of the mushroom. And so now I'm inviting you into the next stage of expansion with us with Psanctuary as we invite you into our new Foundations membership. We've been listening over the last year and a half to some of you coming to us and saying, I really think that we need to have an intermediary type of program between our minister programs and just coming in to membership. It'd be really nice if I could invite my spouse or my dad or my best friend into Sanctuary and have them learn more about what it means to be a part of a community that practices with the sacred mushroom. And it'd also be really nice if they could have some kind of education about what that means and get to participate in ceremony in some way. And we've been sitting with that, and we've been talking about that, and we've been asking each other within our leadership circles, how do we help build that for our membership? What does that look like? Because it is of the utmost importance to us at Sanctuary as a community that when we walk into ceremony with the mushroom, we are all in agreement about the values that we uphold. And that takes some time to get a feel for what any person or community values the most. And there's only one way to really know. And it goes beyond what we say. It shows up in how we be together. There are so many questions that we are relearning when it comes to practicing with the mushroom. And that's what we dive deep in our minister training programs into what that practice looks like for each of us, and some of the most important things that, especially when we're making the decision to commune with the mushroom at home, that we do it safely so that we can let go and we can have that conversation with our Creator and be held in that experience. So these minister programs have allowed us to lay a foundation for our community to continue opening up access to ceremony with each other. This is a very different model than you see in 99% of organizations right now, in which typically there is a leader of ceremony in an organization, and there's not much ability or flexibility, support, and education for that community to be empowered to open up that space for themselves and other people. It's big work that we're doing to help empower our community to share and gift ceremony to each other. And it's a sacred and wonderful responsibility. And we have been missing a step, and we're so grateful to now be able to offer that step, which is our membership 4-week foundations course. It first comes out on August 12th, which will be taught by Eric and myself. Throughout this course, you're going to be learning about what is the infrastructure of Sanctuary? How do I move within this community? What am I able to do? And how am I able to serve? How am I able to commune? And what does that look like for me in the current legal framework that we are operating in our legal system in America, how can I take ownership of making sure that I am as protected as possible? And how do I share this? How do I talk about this with the people that I care about most? How do I show up in this community? What are our agreements here? And what do those actually mean? So we'll be both learning a lot in live teaching calls that Eric will offer every Tuesday for 4 weeks. And we'll also be experiencing our community culture of relating and what that looks like in practice in the calls that I'll be offering on Thursdays for 4 weeks. For the first 4-week course, this will be the only opportunity, at least for a while, to attend these calls live. After that, they will be posted as recordings so that anyone who comes in as a new member will have the opportunity to watch the recorded calls, complete assessments to check in with themselves about, am I getting this, or where might I be having any questions that I would like to be clarified. In mid-September, during National Mushroom Month and National Psilocybin Day, we will be reopening our member ceremony. These ceremonies will be lower communion ceremonies with a capped communion amount. Our ministers only ceremonies will now be for those ministers who have gone through 8+ weeks of training with us and been ordained, fulfilled all the requirements to commune with Psanctuary and other ministers in deeper dive communions. Depending on how long you've been with us, you may or may not know that this is a big and wonderful step for us. Being a Foundations member will mean for some of you that you are contributing more every month. We are asking that if our mission and vision is of value to you and you see yourself continuing to be in it and co-create with us, that you find space in your spending plan to contribute potentially more than you have been. This might mean making a choice to not contribute financially to something else so that you can contribute to the vision of this community and the growth of this community. If that's something you're feeling in your heart, I'm inviting you to do it, because I know that it will go to creating greater experiences for our community, opportunities for us to come together and grow together, both in education programs, helping build on our current practice with the mushroom, also in expanding our regional networks and helping to provide some better infrastructure for our regional networks. And it also means having a sanctuary piece of land that we can steward as a community, that we can really make special in ours and make it a piece of land that we give back to, and it gives back to us in all kinds of ways. A place where not only Psanctuary as the organization can hold ceremony, but hopefully also a place that our friends and family ministers can have a sacred and private space to go and commune with those that they love. And same goes for our myself ministers, a place that you can go that is private and feels like it's been tended to, and heart has really been brought into the space to have that communion experience and that divine conversation with yourself and our Creator. And a place where we can have more training programs to really do an even better job of opening up more ceremony access and having more support woven through our community. That's what we see coming sooner than later for our community, is a sanctuary home that really feels like us and is co-created by us. If you are not able to increase your donation to join us in this new foundation's membership without impacting your ability to meet your basic needs for yourself and your family, then please take the initiative to reach out and ask us what options might be available. This is about lifting each other up. And it's not going to happen all at once. Rising tides lift all ships. So I'm inviting you to be a rising tide with us in this new phase of expansion with our community. We have wonderful experiences and opportunities continuing to roll out over the next few months and into the end of the year. And I'm going to go ahead and say, if you are someone who wants to give and feels really called to give financially to our community, and you feel that what we have accomplished as a community is astounding with what we have, then please give. Whatever you feel called to give above your current membership donation, we are doing wonderful things with the funds that we have had. And I'm so proud of us as a community and what we've been able to accomplish and what we will accomplish in 2026. So we hope you join us for our first ever Member Foundations course beginning August 12th. It's not just back to school time for the kiddos, it's back to school time for us in learning in a whole new way together how we show up in this beautiful community. If you complete this first Member Foundations program, which ends on September 4th, you will gain access to our September ceremony and celebration of National Mushroom Month and National Psilocybin Day. We also have our 16th cohort of minister programs opening up for August enrollment for September through November participation. So please do, if you're interested in those programs, go ahead and submit your application. These are wonderful programs that are so empowering for you and our community. We would love to have you join us in a minister program as well. If you've made it to the end of this video, applause, fingers for you. Thank you so much for choosing to be here with me today for this message. I am wishing you a peace and joy-filled August to come. So let's close out with a breath in through your nose and exhaling out through your mouth. We've come together with intentions of service to the land and all of its inhabitants. Peace be with you all as you move into your August. And I hope to see you soon.